Hey everybody, it's Connor with Archer Lawn Maintenance. Welcome to the 2023 setup video. I've recorded this video about 4 times because I'm retarded with a camera. But yeah, let's get right into it. Obviously you can see some things have changed. New company shirts, new company name. I can drive now. Could I drive last time? I don't know. I can drive now. Alright, let's hop right into it. Alright, so this is the truck. It's a 1998 F-150 5.4 V8 Triton motor. It can pull anything I need it to. I've pulled rock, I've pulled mulch, pine straw, dirt, sand, equipment, and the other day I pulled a truck. But it was a 05 Silverado on a 22-foot car hauler, so it pulls everything just fine. So it's bigger than the Ranger. Story about the Ranger, if you haven't heard, if you haven't found out by following me on Instagram, which you should do it at Archer Lawn Maintenance. I wrecked the Ranger. Yep, flipped it over in an accident. Things got out of hand. I was taking a turn too late and it kicked my butt. So everyone was all right, but yeah. So now we're stuck with this. It's a downgrade in quality of ride. It was nicer to ride in the Ranger, I won't lie. But yeah, I'm all about the F-150. Then we're gonna hop into the equipment. All right. Here's our weed eater, edger, and blower setup, same as last year. It will change later on this year, and I'll give you updates as that goes along. This is my Stihl FS70R. It's the lowest grade commercial weed eater you can get from Stihl. They do still make them. This is an older model. I believe it's 3 or 4 years old. It runs fine. It does have a problem where the trigger, the bottom trigger likes to stick, the throttle trigger. And my neighbor just started his lawnmower, and then you can see the handle strap. Other than that, it's fine. This is my Stihl FC55. It's an edger. It's a curved edger. It's a residential. It does all right. I mean, it digs a great trench. It's very powerful, especially for a residential. Main things, you can see it's kind of short, kind of snubby in my opinion. It wants to roll over all the time. I don't like the handle. It definitely has some stuff to improve upon. But you know, it is what it is, and for the little bit I'm gonna have it left, it'll do great. And this is probably my worst decision I've ever made. This is a Pro-Yama backpack blower. You've probably never heard of Pro-Yama because it's a knockoff Chinese brand. And sometimes knockoff Chinese brands, they're okay. This is not. It has absolutely no power. It's only good for lawn maintenance. Anytime I have to do a cleanup, I have to borrow my dad's BR600, which I will probably be getting. I'm torn between going back to Stihl or switching to Echo. So you guys let me know. I've heard good and bad from both. Personally, I've always used Stihl, so I know their equipment very well. But you know, anyways. So yeah, I would compare this to a residential knockoff Echo backpack blower. That's what it resembles to me the most, and it doesn't even have near the power that those residentials have. It's a piece of crap. I mean, it's probably the nicest out of all 3, but it's a piece of crap. So take that how you want. I'm gonna hop over here to the trailer now. This is the new trailer for the year. It's a 5x8 utility trailer. It came originally with the mesh bottom. You can sort of see right there, you can see the mesh. I put the wood floor in for stability because anytime you try and put a riding mower up there, it will just act like it wants to give up the ghost, and I didn't want that. So fixed it, got a nice trailer hitch on there. Got a nice trailer jack on there. And the floor, again, that is last year's trailer out there. It still works fine. I did get lights put on it. If you remember, last year it didn't have lights. I got lights, and I have not fixed the rolling jack problem. I will fix that shortly. But for now, it's just my landscape trailer. Whenever I need to do landscape, That's usually what I use because I would feel better to beat the crap out of it than I do this nice trailer. This is what I use for lawn maintenance and just going and picking things up. Take one hop back and we'll look at the same mower we had last year. I did fix it. It's cutting level again. Runs great. It's an old Turf Tracer Commercial 36. Runs fine. It's got a big Kawasaki engine on it and a giant gas tank that loves to just absolutely chug fuel. Runs great. The little Velcro on it. It does need a new tire. I believe it's this side. It won't even hold air, so probably just need to replace the whole thing. But later on this year, I'll be replacing the whole unit with a commercial stand-on, probably from Bad Boy. Now, the moment I have been most excited for. Boom. This is my 2023 Bad Boy 25-inch commercial push mower. Let me explain why I went with Bad Boy. My local Exmark dealer is very, very, very slow. They're not bad, but they're slow. Their wait time on anything is about 3 weeks, which is why I did all the work on that myself. Also because I'm cheap. But this, if I would have bought a 30-inch or even a 21, they both would have been more expensive than this. Both would have had the same engine. And there's some things on this that, compared to my Exmark push mower, absolutely love. I'm excited to use it. I like the adjustment system. It does take longer than on the Exmark, but it's safer. One thing I know a lot of people hate about the Exmarks is when you wanted to raise the deck, the front, you would have to put your foot under a bar in the front and pull it up and strain this muscle right here, which is not meant to be strained. So that was one major flaw. This is entirely hand. You pull this down while you're picking up on this and raise it. It goes from 1 to 4.5, so it has an extra ½ inch of travel. It has a bigger motor. It's a little bit bigger. It's not like groundbreakingly bigger, but it's bigger. It's 4 inches wider, and it pulls like nobody's business. It is unbelievable how much this thing can pull. When you pull down on that self-propel, it takes off. I mean, it has a really nice transmission in it. Right now it's in neutral, but it has a low and it has a high. You put it in low when you're cutting grass. You put it in high when you want to show everyone how strong your mower is. It's unbelievable. The bag is pretty big. It's a pretty hefty bag. And one of the main differences I find is these handlebars. They're enormous. It's a piece of stuff. I mean, it is huge. It's absolutely giant. Anyways, so it's a great mower. Can't wait to use it. And that's why I said I'll probably be switching to the Bad Boy Standard, because my local Bad Boy dealer, unfortunately they sell Echo. Again, like I said earlier, I'm a Stihl guy, but I may end up switching to Echo for ease. But yeah, so far I've liked the Bad Boy stuff. I've compared them, and it just seems like Bad Boy to me is worth more. It's worth the convenience, and I don't think the build quality is that different. So, anyways, all right. Now, guys, with all that said, this is not to show off. I've seen 18-year-old kids, 17-year-old kids with equipment far better than me. I have nothing to show off. I'm so thankful to be where I am in my business. One of the biggest things for me is the growth I've been able to have. This winter, I've done more landscaping in gross revenue than I did combined last year, with being lawn care and everything combined. I did more this winter in landscaping than I did in everything I did last year. So massive growth there. My lawn care has picked up twice as much. I started off the year last year with about 5 or 6 customers. This year I'm starting off with 25 customers, which is not a ton of customers, but that's a pretty good bit, and it's definitely going to give me some problems once we get out into the fall and school starts back, and basketball gets going. But yeah, so I'm excited to see how things go. And again, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at Archer Lawn Maintenance. I post stories there pretty often, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, guys.